Hello, everybody. Welcome to ADEC University Malaya's series of webinars. Today, we're very lucky to have with us Dr. Fariza Khalid from University Kebangsaan Malaysia, UKM, and she will be sharing with us how we can create videos using screencasting techniques. So that will be very, very useful for those of us who will be needing to create tutorial or lecture videos that we want to upload to our Spectrum or to our Moodle or any of our learning management systems. So before we begin, just allow me to very, very quickly introduce Dr. Fariza to you. Dr. Fariza is actually, if I may share, one of ADEC's go-to persons. She has been helping us previously before this as a judge for our Lighter conference and Lighter grants previously. So some of you watching may be among those of you who were the Lighter recipients, and perhaps Dr. Fariza was one of those who actually helped to look through your proposals and also recommend you for the Lighter grant. So thank you for that, Dr. Fariza. Dr. Fariza is, as mentioned earlier on, a senior lecturer at the Faculty of Education, UKM. She received her PhD from the University of Nottingham in the area of instructional technology. So she really knows what she's talking about because this is actually what she does on a daily basis at UKM. And her research interests are in e-learning, online communities of practice, and emerging technologies for educational purposes. So without further ado, I will pass the screen to Dr. Fariza for creating videos using screencasting techniques. Dr. Fariza, if you may.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you so much, Dr. Amira, for the kind introduction just now. So I'm Fariza from Faculty of Education, University Kebangsaan Malaysia. So inshallah, today I'll be sharing with you on how to create a video using screencasting technique. And of course, first of all, I think I should express my gratitude and thank to ADEC for this invitation and then for giving me a chance to have a little sharing here. And I think I have to also stress that I'm not here as an expert. What I'll be sharing is just something that I have been using for about maybe 1 or 2 years. So I do hope that this sharing session will be something that you will find helpful and you'll find practical for you in this era of pandemic. So to start with, I just get an information from someone in UN, but I'm not sure whether it is a real truth or not. It was said that all the IPTAs in Malaysia will not have a face-to-face classes with our students until early next year, early next year. So if that's the truth, then I think there is something for us to ponder. We have a responsibility behind that. And then as a lecturer or perhaps educators, we need to think and prepare things before we can, plan our teaching and learning to make it more effective for our students, especially when we have to shift from, traditional face-to-face medium to online or fully online medium. Right, so maybe what comes to your mind, why screencasting? So what's the significance of having, these kind of skills in our job or in our daily work as educators? So maybe I would start with sharing my slide first. All right. So creating videos using screencasting technique is a topic that I would like to share with you all. And as I mentioned earlier, why screencasting? Yeah. So basically, as educators or as lecturer, I believe that we have lots and lots of slides that we have in our folders, right? So sometimes in this era of pandemic where we cannot meet our students face to face, therefore we cannot conduct face-to-face lectures, and sometimes we might think that, hey, is it okay or is it enough for us to just give our students all the slides because not all slides will be, self-explanatory. Therefore, using screencasting, we can actually put additional information by, adding our voices and perhaps to embed our little video at the corner of the video. So it might help to give a sense of presence. And then, and research has also shown that having videos or lecturers' videos together with the slides will increase students' retention, and as well as to make sure that students feels that we are there with them, right? So without further ado, I think I'll share with you what are the overviews of our little sharing here today. So we will see the objectives of the training afterwards. Only one objective, one single objective that I do hope that everybody will achieve at the end of the session. And after that, I will go by introducing you the concept of screencasting, what screencast means. And then after that, we will see, or we will discuss about the tips to produce a good educational video. And I think for those who haven't had any experience in producing any screencasting video, I think these tips will be, a starting point for you. And then I will be introducing to you the tools for screencasting. And then, and after that, I'll be showing you on how to screencast. And then I have decided to share with you the use of Screecastomatic, which is one of the tools that we can use. But of course, there are a lot more, but I'll explain why I choose Screecastomatic for today's session afterwards. And after that, after we have created a video using Screecastomatic, I'll be showing you on how to upload your videos to YouTube channel, and then what options that we have, whether we want it to be public or we want to set it as unlisted, or it depends on our purpose. Yeah. Okay, so the objective of today's session is very straightforward. At the end of the workshop, I do hope that each of you will be able to create your own screencast video. After that, you will upload the video to your YouTube channel. I'm not sure how many participants do we have today, and how many of you had already have your own YouTube channel. But if you haven't had any YouTube channel, you can have one afterwards. All right. So this is basically what we want to achieve at the end of the session. Mudah je kan? Yeah. All right. So as an introduction for those who are not familiar with screencasting, screencasting means we capture anything that we have in our monitor, yeah, whether we are using a desktop or we are using a laptop, or perhaps we can also screencast our mobile phone. So if you're aware, or if you're familiar with screenshot, yeah, screenshot, I'm sure that all of us, or many of us, are already know what screenshot is. Screenshot is where we capture anything on the monitor, whether on our laptops or on our other device like tabs or handphone or mobile phones. And then screenshot is just a photo. That means the outcome is just in a photo form. But if you say screencast, it means anything in digital video. Yeah. That means if you want to share anything, for example, if you have a slide on your for your teaching, you can show your slide, and you can also add your own voice, and then you record it together with the slides, and then the outcome of the screencasting is actually a video, right? Okay. So what are the benefits of screencasting? Yeah. And of course, as we know that if we want to conduct online teaching and learning, we may have two options, whether we want to make it synchronously or perhaps asynchronously. And then the selection of whether you want to have a synchronous or asynchronous depends on the situation, or depends on the needs of our students, or perhaps depends on the time that we have, and so on and so forth. Right? But for screencasting, if you have a video that you record and that you produced using a screencasting technique, you can actually use it for asynchronous teaching and learning process. Yeah. For example, if you have a series of videos, you may want to put it somewhere in LMS, or perhaps you want to share the link of your YouTube with your students and then post it in the groups or anywhere. You can also make it as a flip learning or flip classroom. You can have your students to go through the videos and then jot down important points, or perhaps you want to have that video as a discussion starter. You want your students to discuss things, but prior to that, you may want to give them the link of your videos, or you may want to embed the video in your website or in your LMS, so that by referring to the video that you have created earlier, students may then have deeper discussions, or come up with other projects, and so on and so forth. And I also use screencasting to elaborate some of the tasks to my students. For example, a few days ago, my master students were having a difficulty in understanding or in completing one of the tasks that I have given them. So I created one of video using a screencast, and then together with that video, I showed them the process and all that. So and then I share with them, and then the feedback that I received from my students, that they thought and they told me that the elaboration or the explanation was helpful for them to complete the task. So having the videos itself is actually maybe for the first time, or maybe at the early planning and the early development of the video, we may put some efforts. But I would say that having these kind of videos can be a long-term investment, perhaps, because you can reuse the videos over time. You have different batch of students from one semester to another, but you still have to teach same thing, right? You still have, more or less a similar content that you want to share with students from different groups. So by having these videos, you can actually have a stocks or archives of videos that you may want to reuse later. All right. So, and of course, using a video in screencast, students can also have an access anytime, anywhere. I have students, for example, in my executive classes, for master's classes, many of them are now in Sabah and Sarawak. Okay, and then many of them also complain to me that they're having a internet connection, and some of them have to travel about 2 hours to go to the town in order for them to get an internet access. So it is quite burdensome if we want to force them to attend or join the class at the same time, because we know that there are hindrances or there are problems with our students where most of them, or many of them, or perhaps some of them, are having difficulties to get an access to the internet. So in these MCO times as well, we are not allowed to travel from one point to another. So having this kind of video might help to reach our students, and then our students can have or can view the videos at any time, depending on the availability of the internet for the students, right? And of course, having the videos with your personal explanation, with your own voices, students may or can help them to absorb more information or better understanding, rather than using YouTube videos that we can use or we find online. Right, and then and as you can see in the screen, screencast also add a personal touch in a ways that other methods, for example, for PowerPoint or just simply a text, cannot. Yeah, and of course, it can help you to communicate with more clarity and impact than you can you can have with written words alone. I think I have covered this before. Right. So before coming to the creation of online videos, maybe I can share some of the tips on how we can create educational videos. Um, okay, actually in the production of video, there are three phases. The first one is pre-production, sebelum, or second one is during. That means semasa kita buat recording, and the third one is post-production. Maknanya after we have the video, we have to download the video, we might want to do some editing, we might want to add some cover or anything related. So basically there are three phases of production before we are able to share our final video with our students. Yeah. So the first one is in pre-production process, we have to plan what we want to share. Yeah. So in this case, you have two options, whether you want to have a script or you may not want to use a script. It depends on the kinds of the type of video that you want to create. Yeah. But most of the time, as myself, based on my knowledge experience, if I just want to, create a video explaining the slides that I have, I don't need any script. And I do believe that most of us educators, we know our content very well. We know how to convey the content, and then therefore having a script may, prevent or may result in the awkwardness in the way you give explanation. Because I think the best way for us to have screencasting, when you want to explain anything in your slides, just follow the slides and then look at the content and then give the elaboration based on what you want to convey to your students. So it depends whether you want to have a script or without script. Okay, that is the number one. And second thing is that, of course, you need to check your mic first, whether you are using a built-in mic. For example, now I'm using a built-in mic. But for those who need more clarity, a better quality of voice, you may want to, have a little assessment by, buying any external or condensed voice condenser mic to have or to get a better quality of voice. Yeah. And after that, make sure you check your webcam, whether it is function or not. And then sometimes I do have occasions where my students, when they do the screencasting, the webcam is not functioning. So maybe it's related to the setting in your computer or anything, but you have to check before you do the actual recording. And this is interesting as well. If you are using external webcam, like Logitech or anything, or make sure you put the camera is a bit above your eyes. Yeah, as you can see in this picture, where the webcam is put a slightly higher than your eyes level. So in my case, or in your case, if you are using just a built-in webcam, we can actually elevate our laptop by putting the laptop under a thick box or maybe a box. So in order for the camera to the level of the camera might be slightly higher or perhaps at the same level with your eyes. Yeah. Okay. And always adjust and perhaps look at yourself in the camera before you do the recording. Make sure the angle is right, and then and of course the location for recording. You have two options, whether you want to make it indoor or perhaps you want to make it outdoor. But it is also important to note that if you want to record your video outdoors, maybe in your taman ke, in your veranda, make sure that you have external microphone, yeah? Because if you are in an open area and then your voice tend to, um, um, apa ni nak kata, uh, your voice might be, fly away, yeah, because the environment or the location is very apa nama ni, luas, so we cannot have the like a box voice, and then but if you want to have indoor production, then I think using an inbuilt microphone would be enough for you. And of course, make sure you check the lighting. In my case, for example, I'm facing a window right now. So I have a window in front of me, and then I have a light coming from outside, a natural light. So I don't have to have additional lights. Yeah, but for those who cannot have this kind of angle, you may want to put any external studio light to enhance the lighting. And then make sure you have a clear background. Avoid inappropriate background, for example, toilet or bathroom or any, nest bed, for example. Yeah, avoid that. And of course, make sure you are free from distraction. Whether you have kids or you have pets or neighbors and vehicles and all that. So make sure you are in a very safe condition. And then now, when we are ready with all the settings, we need also to make sure that you look right into the cameras. But of course, I have a few friends saying to me that mereka ni orang kata camera shy. They cannot look straight into the camera. So, of course, in screencasting, you have options whether you want to turn on your video or you may want to turn off your video. It depends. But if you decide to use a video camera, make sure that you stare or you look at the camera once in a while. Yeah? Do not 100% look at your slides and without having a eye contact with the camera, because you know that our students will be seeing us. Yeah. So if you want to say something to us, just look at the camera as if your students are in front of you. Then you may want to find your voice. You may want to check how do you sound after the recording. I mean, in the recording. You may want to tone down a bit, or you may want to speak louder. Depends on the outcome that you have during your pre-recording session. Yeah, you may want to test that first. And after that, you can also listen again to your pre-recording and then look at the speed of your explanation. It is too fast or is it too slow? So you need to adjust the speed of your explanation. And of course, be calm and relaxed. To make sure that the explanation is well given or well conveyed. And then take a deep breath. But at this time, I'm not that relaxed. I'm a bit nervous because I can't see whoever in front of me. And then take your time before you are really ready to record an actual video. Okay. And of course, if you have your slide with you, use it as the use it as a reference for you to give a better explanation or elaborate more on the content. Yeah, and then you may want to also explain to your students what they should achieve at the end of this session, or at the end of after they watch the video, what should be or what should they achieve. Yeah. So in that way, you will help your students to focus and then to find the gist of your presentation. And the third one, we have pre-production, we have during production, and now we have a post-production. Let's say if we already record our video, and then before we want to disseminate or we want to share it with our students or our audience, there are a few steps that you may want to take. And of course, in post-production, you have to use a video editor. You want to check the length, the suitability of the length of video, whether it is too long. And then rules of thumbs, if we have a video, make sure it is not too long for students. Otherwise, the retention rate will be going down. Yeah. So I think perhaps between 5 to 10 minutes is okay, but more than 10 minutes, students will, start, looking at something else. Yeah. So one of the tips, if you have, let's say, in your presentation, you have like 50 slides, and the overall length of your presentation or your explanation might take up more than 30 minutes. So my suggestion is that for you to put them into chunks. You may want to, make 3 videos instead of 1 video. Yeah. So 1 video, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, rather than having 1 video for 30 minutes, 30 minutes duration. So that will help your students to give more focus, because we know that our students, generation, and we ourselves, we don't have that, we don't have that length of retention or attention when we watch the videos, especially when the videos is not that, the slides is not that appealing. You have lots of text in that, and then without having any pictures to support the content. So that kind of factors may also affect students' attention or students' retention rate. Okay, and then so in doing this, you may involve the cutting and trimming. Yeah, you want to cut into few chunks. You want to trim the videos, and you may want to cut some of the recordings that you think this is not necessary. And you may want to put some background music to make your videos to be more calming, and then but make sure that the music, the background music, is not too loud. Just enough to to give a pleasant ambience to your students. Do not use the music like rock music. Just find something which is catchy or maybe more calming music to make sure that it helps students to stay in the video. Then in post-production as well, you may want to use annotation. For example, you want to put some arrows, you want to put circles, and you want to underline certain elements in your slides, and you may do that in the post-production using a video editor. And if you plan to upload your recording videos in YouTube, my suggestion is to have a video cover. That means when you give the YouTube link to your students, or you embed your YouTube studio in your LMS, or perhaps in your own website or in other social media like Facebook or Twitter, then you will have the video with a cover, with a cover. So I think I'll come to that later when we finish with our recording. So this is how it looks like when we work in video editor. So in this picture, this is actually an example on how we work in video editor using Filmora. I'm not sure whether I have time to show you about using the video editor, but kita tengoklah nanti ya. And of course, and after you have already trimmed and then you're happy with the overall video, now it's time for you to share it. And of course, one of the ways is to upload it to YouTube, right? And then you may want to also share the videos in your LMS, and you may want to share it, share the link of the video with your students using or via WhatsApp or Telegram group, and it's all up to you. Okay, so what are the tools for screencasting? Actually, there are many tools available online. You can just Google it, and then but before deciding on which tools that you want to use to create your screencast video, you may want to look at the features or perhaps the plans. Some of these tools give you a free version, and then some of the tools they do give you a free version, but in return you will get a very big watermark in front of the video. For example, if you're using a free version of Filmora, and then you will have a Filmora watermark just in the very center of your video. So we don't want that. Yeah, we don't want that. So these are some of the examples of screencasting tools that are available online. And yesterday I have a little conversation with Dr. Zahir. He said that he used Loom. I haven't tried this. Thank you, Dr. Zahir. I think I would give it a try after this. And we have also Screecastomatic. So this is the one that I'm going to share with you, because Screencastomatic, that although they have a subscribe planning, but using a free one, you can have, or you can get as good as a plan or a subscribe version. It's just that when you use a free version, the Screencastomatic logo will be appeared at the I think left side, bottom left side of your videos. It's very small, and I think it is not a big deal. You can have that logo in your video as well. But if you are using a plan or a subscribe one, this Screencastomatic logo will not appear in your video. We also have Camtasia. In my case, in UKM, pengajaran UKM, they bought a bundle of it, and then all the lecturers, whoever wants to use Camtasia, can have the license for free. And we also have Filmora. I use this a lot as well to do video recordings. And then, of course, in Filmora, as I mentioned earlier, if you're using a free one, it might not be a good or pleasant experience, because the watermark will be appeared in the very center of your video, and then we don't want that to happen to our videos. So what happened was, I subscribed to Filmora, and then the price is not that expensive. I just spent about $33 for 3 years. This is for personal use, 3 years. And then using Filmora, I can do the screencasting, and after that I can right away do some editing using Filmora. And then we also have a Screencastify. I have tried this a few times, but I think among all these, since I want to just show you the free version of screencasting tools, therefore I choose Screencastomatic. Yeah. So now let's get going. Yeah, I'll be showing you how you can use Screencastomatic to record your videos or record your slides, and then have your explanation together with the slides. Okay. Okay. So now, how can we use Screencastomatic? You go to Google. You go to Google, and then just type Screencastomatic. Yeah? You may want to try it together with me. Yeah. So you go to screencastomatic.com. This is the link that we want. So just click on this link. And this is how it looks like. It looks like when you go to the link. And in my case, as I mentioned earlier, I have an account, but for the sake of demonstration today, I just log out so that now I'm using a free version of recording. And then if you click on this button, start recording for free. And then for the first timer, I think you have to install. Yeah, you will be in prompt to install the Screencastomatic. So just install it, and then and after that you will be transferred to this page, and then click Launch Free Recorder, and then so if you can see at the bottom of this my monitor, you can see this is the screencast button. Okay, let me. Okay, so this is actually all the videos that I have in Screencastomatic. But I just want to close this down. I will show you once again. Yeah, launch free recorder. And then you will have this pop-up menu, and then click on this again, one open screen recorder launcher. So as you can see, there's a button here, screen recorder launcher, and you have to wait until this button change into a square dotted. Yeah. Okay, something like this. Yeah, something like this. Okay. And you will see that there is a record button, a red button here, and we have a gear button, which is setting. So if you click on that setting button, you will see all these options. Yeah. So for example, this is the options, whether you want to just have the screen recording without any webcam in it. So I think for this, I need to disable the video in Teams, so that to avoid the overlapping of the video usage. Now, if I click on this, that means the screencast or the Screencastomatic will only record anything that you have in your monitor without having your video in it. If you click on webcam, see, you can see my face. That means the recording will only record your videos or your webcam without the monitor. Or the third option is you have both. If you notice my video is already here, you can actually play around and then relocate your videos where you want to put, depending on the your slides. And then if you notice here, it is mentioned that you only have 15 minutes maximum. Why? Because we are using a free one. But if I log into my account, I may have more than 15 minutes. I can have even up to 1 hour recording session. Yeah. But I think 15 minutes is more than enough. As I said earlier, make sure that we put our videos into few chunks. We don't want to, give a burden to our students to watch our videos for 30 minutes in a row. So I think using this free or within 50 minutes, it is achievable. Yeah. And then if you click on this one size, you click on full screen, you have few options here, whether you want to, if you click on this one, you may notice that the frame is becoming smaller, but if you have this, you can actually adjust it. For example, if you have a certain area of in your monitor screen, you want to show, you may want to use this, and then using this toggle, you can drag and drop and then replace the frame whenever you wish. But for the purpose of recording your slides, I suggest you to use a full screen, because once we use the slides and then we put them into a screen slides, and then the slides will be in a full screen as well. So in order for you to record these slides, I suggest you to use full screen. Okay, notice that whenever I'm talking, you can see all this blipping, the flash, depending on the pitch. So that means your built-in mic is functioning, right? And of course, make sure you tick on this one, computer audio. We don't want to have a computer audio. And then, okay, so that is a basic explanation on the selection of the buttons we have in Screencastomatic. You can click on this one to close it. And then what is important is that you have to have your slides. Yeah. So you go to your slides, and then right. So for example, you can open one of your PowerPoint slides. Right. So you have here, but before that, go back to your setting and then click on full screen, and you will see automatically the dotted line has disappeared, because it is now recording the whole screen of your monitor. And then if you want to have your video, you can click on both. For example, in my case, I have put my videos here. Then and now you turn your slides, and then you may want to start recording. Yeah, but it is also important to note here that if you decide to have your video here, your webcam, make sure that the video doesn't doesn't put or doesn't block the any elements in your slides, either the pictures or perhaps the text. Yeah, so make sure you put your video somewhere that doesn't block anything in the slides. So you may want to look at this, or perhaps I may want to put my webcam down here, so I will not block anything. Okay, so I think that will be fine. So I will put my video here. So to start recording, you just have to click on record button, and just click here. But of course, you have to wait for about 3 seconds, because there'll be a countdown, 3, 2, 1. And after that, you may start.
Dr. Farisa,
Ya, saya.
are you still on screen recorder screen?
Ya.
Because your screen is not moving anywhere, is it correct?
Yes, because I haven't changed the slides. Can you see the slide now?
No.
No?
We see the screen recorder screen.
Okay, right. You can see the screen recorder. Okay, I think I have shared the screen recorder, but you cannot see the PowerPoint slide?
No.
Okay. Let me try again. Perhaps I need to stop sharing for a while and then share it again. Okay, what about now? Can you see the slide? Hello, Mo, can you see the slide?
Yes, right now we can see the slide.
Thank you.
All right.
About that. Okay. Now, so I'm still on my Screencastomatic, but I haven't recorded yet. Perhaps I'll just start over. Okay. And what about the previous explanation on the setting in Screencastomatic? Can you see the slides before? Can you see these buttons as I explained earlier? Umo?
You mean the screen before?
Yeah.
We currently see your PowerPoint.
When I explain on these buttons, can you see that before?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, so now I have my PowerPoint. Yeah, I have my PowerPoint, and then as I mentioned earlier, for PowerPoint recording, we turn into full screen, and then before you start recording, make sure you turn the slideshow. Can you see now? The slideshow is now begin. Anyone?
Yes, Mr. Fariza.
Yes, okay. All right. So now, sorry again. Okay. Now I have decided to put my video just at the bottom and my live site bottom. Now we click on recording. Okay, when it says go, then you may want to start talking. So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Everybody, how are you? I hope that you are already in a good shape, and I'm missing you already, my students. Now, let's look at another topic that I wanted to show you about immersive learning. So kita boleh start talking lah, and then give explanation and from one slides to another. So if you decide to have a video with you, make sure once in a while you look at the video so that your students will, get a sense of presence of you. And then you can start explaining on what immersive learning, for example, and then what are the tools for immersive learning. Or you may want to perhaps stop for a while and then post questions to your students. And your students might not, give an answer instantly, but in that way you can engage your students. You can make sure that they are giving the focus to your explanation. So you go from one slide to another. What are virtual reality? Have you heard about that? And then this is what we define as virtual reality. And another, we have also augmented reality. Okay, and then these are the definition of augmented reality. So if you can find another definition, you may want to put into our LMS discussion, perhaps, yeah. So and then blah blah blah, AR and AR, and then so it depends on how you want to convey your explanation based on the slides that you have, yeah. Okay, and then until the end, and then once you are happy with the recording, then you can just click on this pause button. Can you see here? Pause button, right? Okay, so now you have recorded. All right?
Fariza, they cannot see the button actually.
Iya ke?
We see your slide only.
The button of the video recording?
No.
No, but last time we tried, you can see that, right?
Correct.
I'm not sure.
Maybe you can maybe you can do the PowerPoint without the presentation mode.
Okay, all right. I'll try. So in that case, let's see, I start over. And then in that case, I need to adjust the size of it. I'm not sure, Omo. The recording line is blipping in my monitor.
Okay. Instead of sharing window, can you share your screen?
Screen.
I mean, you can stop sharing first. Then you share your screen instead of sharing window.
Oh yeah, I didn't share anything.
Okay.
Okay, I'll try this again. Okay, you want to share? Okay. Okay, what about now?
Can you share? I haven't seen your screen yet.
I have clicked on share button just now.
Okay, alright.
Okay, let me see. I cancel the screencasting first. Okay, what about now? You can see the screen recorder, right? Screencasting.
Correct.
Okay. And then what about the PowerPoint?
No.
No. So it's okay. I will launch the recorder first. Yeah. Okay. Wait for it to start up. Okay. Can you see the dotted lines of screen recorder?
No.
No. So you cannot see the record button?
No, Dr. Fariza.
Okay, so what should I do now?
Okay. Are you sharing your desktop or are you sharing your window right now?
I'm sharing my desktop.
Desktop. Okay. Can you minimize both so we can see both Screenomatic and PowerPoint window?
Minimize it. Okay. Come again? Once again?
Can you minimize? Just make the PowerPoint smaller so we can have Screenomatic and PowerPoint side by side.
Yeah, I know. I haven't put my presentation into a slide share mode. Just a raw PowerPoint.
Yes.
And I am currently putting my screencast on top of the slides PowerPoint.
Yeah,
PowerPoint.
but we can only see one, either one. We can't see both.
I'm not sure because I have been demonstrating this using Zoom before and then using Webex. It works well. So let me see once again.
Maybe you can screenshot it so that they can see the recording button.
Okay.
They should have seen this on their own screen, just not on this live event right now.
Okay.
Right?
So that means I cannot do a live demonstration lah. Right?
I'm not sure.
Okay. So I'll just try once again. Just I need to minimize it and then okay. So how do I share this screenshot? Omo?
Okay. I'm sharing your screen now.
Okay.
All right.
Can you see now?
We can see the record and setting and cancel button.
Okay. So this is how it looks like when you have your PowerPoint. This is one of the slides that I have in my PowerPoint. This is actually the first slide. And then once you turn your screencast on, you will have recording button here. And then you just record on that. Yeah. It's quite difficult to explain if you don't have a chance to, make a live demonstration. So basically, this is the record button. So just click on that, and then you will be prompted with the countdown 3, 2, 1, and go. And then once you have a go word on your screen, and then you need to start explaining, and then you go your slide one by one until the end, right? And then now let's say, let me see if I still have the slides. Umo, I think I have the manual. Screencasting. Okay. So can you see the slides right now?
Yes, Dr. Fariza.
Right. So if that's the case, then I'll just go by showing you the slides instead of giving you the live demonstration, because I'm not sure about Teams. What's the limitation of Teams? But I think we have tried before. Mo, you can see all the process, right?
Yes, before.
Yeah. Okay. It's okay. All right. So as I mentioned earlier, we go to Google and then type Screencastomatic, and then click on this link, and then click on Start Recording for free, and then once again click on Launch a Free Recorder, and after that click once again on Free Screen Recorder Launcher, and then you have to wait a minute, and then until this round button turn into dotted or rectangle, something like this, a square with dotted lines. And then this is where you may want to adjust the area of or the screencast that you want to record. Yeah. So we have a record button here. We have a setting button here. So this is what I have explained earlier. You have options here, and then whether you want to use just a screen or just a webcam or both. You have your screen as well as your video together in your recording. And a free version, only 50 minutes, and then you can adjust it. I think I have to just go through very quickly, and then check the functionality of your microphone, and then now you have your slide presentation. Okay, so now of course to screencast, you need to have your file in your computer, and then turn on the slideshow, and then you may want to adjust the screen, or you may want to just click on the full screen. So for example, in this demonstration, I am using my PDF file, for example. So when you open your PDF file, it might not be, appear in a full mode or full screen. So in this case, you have to adjust the frame so as to make that everything fits perfectly. You don't want to include this white or black area, just only your slide. Yeah. Then if you are ready, then you just click on record button, and then wait until the countdown is over, and once it says go, you have to start talking. Right? So once you have finished with that, will this do, Omo? Okay? Is that okay? With this kind of explanation, I'm sorry about this circumstance. I'm not sure what's wrong with Teams, but I do hope that this presentation or this explanation might be sufficient for all of you to use Screencast. Okay. Right. So when you finish talking, you can always click on this pause button. Just now, the button is in record mode. But once you have recorded it on, or you are in the recording mode, once you want to stop it, just click on pause button here. And what happened was you will be given these options. Yeah. You may want to preview your previous recording by clicking on this button, preview button. And then you will now see how it goes or how it looks like when it turns into a video. You may want to hear again, listen again to your speed of talking, your speed of explanation, or perhaps your pitch or your voices, or anything that you think, okay, I have these elements in these slides. I may not want to use that, and you may want to record later. So if you're happy with that, once you have click on preview, once you're happy with that, you just click on done. You just click on done. But if you are not happy with that, I'm sure that for the first time, and even I myself, I need to re-record or redo the recording few times until we are happy with that. So if you're not happy with the first presentation or the first outcome of your video, you can always click this and then end. But if you are happy with that, you can click on save and upload button, or you can go to edit video. And I think using a free version, you are able to use the editor, video editor. And optionally, you can click on save or upload button. Yeah. Once you click on save or upload button, you will be given these three options. And the first one, you want to save it as a video file, which means that you will have the MP4 format of the video in your computer. You have the raw. Or another option is you want to upload to Screencastomatic. And the third option is you can file or upload the file way to YouTube. But as I mentioned earlier, it is wise for us to always have the MP4 version of your file before you upload it to perhaps your YouTube or Screencastomatic, because you may want to read video, or you may want to edit the videos later on. Yeah, you may want to also merge the videos and then do some trimmings or cuttings here and there once you have an MP4. And that's why for me, personally, I always like to have MP4 video before I upload it to YouTube. Now you can save your video, and then as you can see here, you have to name the video. By default, it will give you the numbers of recording based on the numbers that you have recorded lah. So in my case, for example, this is my 86 video that I have recorded using Screecastomatic. But we don't want to have this kind of name because it tends to be confusing, right? We don't know which one. And in here to rename the file. For example, in my case, I might want to name this file as a, and then
Dr. Fariza.
Yeah.
Dr. Fariza, your voice
Yes,
is picking up. There's like a double voice.
Oh yeah. I have a prompt here, bad network quality.
Okay, it's okay then. We can still hear you.
Is that okay now, or is it still unclear?
It's clear, but there's a bit of hissing.
Okay. So okay, I'll try once again. What about now? Still we see?
Okay, yes.
Okay. Um. So where should I repeat?
The slide after this.
After this, okay. So as I mentioned earlier, we have three options. Yeah. Save it as a video. So if you click on this option or this button, you can always get the MP4 video, which means in the raw video, and you can keep the and do some editings later on. As I said earlier, you may want with other videos, or you may want to just put or just to cut snippets of the videos and to merge the videos. So that's why I think having a MP4 video would be the best option so far. And then the second option, you want to restore or will be stored in the cloud in Screencastomatic, a web-based cloud. And the third option is to put your videos or to upload your video right into your YouTube channel. But it depends on your choice. The choice is yours. But my suggestion is that it is good if you have the MP4 of your. Okay, Umu, what about my voice now? Can you hear me clearly or still having a problem?
It's fine. It's better than before.
Okay, right. Now, once you click on save a video file, and then it is good to rename by default. Screencastomatic will give the name your recording based on the numbers of your recording. So in my case, this is actually my 86th time of recording using Screencastomatic. But of course, we don't want to have this kind of name because it tends to be confusing, isn't it? So you may want to rename this one based on the slides that you have. So in my case, I may want to perhaps name the videos as domains of educational technology instead, so that I know that this is the video that where I explain on the domains of educational technology. So this is a good way of really locating your videos. And then it is fairly important for us to have to make sure where you save your files. You don't want to save it and then later on you don't know where it is saved. So always, in my case, I like put all the videos onto your my, because it is easier for me to get the video. Whether you want to save it in your C, in your documents, and in your videos folder, and so on and so forth. It depends on you. And once you have renamed your file and then you determine which folder you want to save your video file, you just click on publish button here. And then, okay, so this is the name of my file, just now, domain of educational technology. And then you have to wait for until the published in a MP4 format. And the duration of waiting depends on two factors. The first one is how big or how long is your recording session, and the other one is your internet connection. Internet connection. So I'm sorry if the bad network. Okay. So once it is here, you just click on done button, and then now video in your desktop. So it is time to upload the video to your but I think Umu, I or Dr. Amira, I'd like to share my screen once again, just to show whether we can use the YouTube. Yeah, let me open the videos for a while. So in the meantime, is there any question from audience?
Yeah, can I go through some question?
Yeah, sure.
There's one question here. Dr. Fariza, first I really must praise you, this webinar of yours, full of information and very helpful. So she asked whether there's a link or channel that they can subscribe to of yours. So they can know more about what you're doing and the technology that you use.
Okay, right. So actually, I have my own website. It is farizakhalid.com. Maybe I can share afterwards. Yeah. I have my own website, and then I have also my own YouTube channel where I put up all my tutorial video. You may want to subscribe to my channel. So this is my website.
Dr. Fariza, can you share it again?
Yeah, it is farizakhalid.com.
Oh, no, I mean your screen.
Yeah, okay. Once again.
All right, we can see you now. Thank you.
Yeah, Fariza Khalid. Yeah, I do much here, but I do have something like e-learning support. You want to you get some of the sharings that I have, something like that. So you can these categories to cat, and then you will be transferred to all the to this. So this is farizakhalid.com. All right. A video for a demonstration. Cancelled the recording that I have done earlier because due to the the problem that occurred. I think I'll just have to maybe find one or two, perhaps one video that is suitable for me to share. Is it? No, this is okay. Sorry. Give me some time. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's say now we before file. Yeah. I do hope you follow the steps. If you want, I can share the manual as I showed earlier with.
Dr. Fariza, your voice is breaking up again.
Copy of it. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's say we have a file. Yeah, we already have the MP4 file, and we are ready to upload it to YouTube channel. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, you are showing your YouTube right now, right?
Sorry.
You are showing your YouTube right now, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So if you are not, I'm not sure how many of you already have your own YouTube channel. Can I get answers from the chat area? Hello. Is chatting able? Can participants
Yes,
write down? Okay.
they
How
can
many
read
of Yes. So how many of you, if I may know, have already had your own YouTube channel? Tak ada umur? Tak ada yang jawab.
just one reply, yes.
Okay.
I mean,
So
someone
for
have
those
YouTube channel.
alright. So good that you already have your channel, but if I may share, for those who are not familiar or who have not had YouTube channel, once you're using a Gmail, actually your own YouTube channel. It's just that you have to go to your YouTube and then sign in using your Google or Gmail account, and you can see on your right side, on the top of your right side, you will see one icon here. You may not have your photos if you haven't, put your profile in your Google account. But in my case, I have put my picture, and then once just like that. Yeah, because I have also a few occasions where I did training with like from different institutions. They said that I don't know how to create a YouTube channel, yeah, or YouTube account. So as I mentioned,
Dr. Fariza, we can't hear you
your
clearly.
YouTube using. Okay. I think Umu, I'll try to switch to my hotspot just a minute.
Okay.
I need to use my own hotspot. It's not listed here. Hello.
Hi, Dr. Fariza.
Hi. So sorry about that. I wanted to change to my hotspot, but it seems that my hotspot is not even listed in the Wi-Fi.
Okay.
So sorry about that.
Now it seems better than before, your voice.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll start sharing again. Okay. Okay. So can you hear me clearly once again now, Umo?
Now it's okay.
Okay. Alright. Now, I think I need to repeat once again. So for those who have not had any YouTube channel, but if you are a Gmail account user, you can always log into your YouTube channel. You don't have to create a new account for your YouTube. You just use your Gmail account, and then once you log into your Gmail account, go to your YouTube, and then on your right side corner on top, you can see the circle button. Seen the abbreviation of your name. For example, FK for Fariza Khalid, But if you have put your profile, your email, you may see your own picture there. So to go to your channel, just click on this button and then click on your channel, and then you will be transferred to your channel. And those who wants to perhaps ask the question whether where you want channel as well. Okay, so these are the videos that I have. Okay, I am not that prolific. It's just that during this MCO, I get more prolific lah. Yeah, because I don't have much activity at home, and then I just created my some of the tutorials that I think would be beneficial to others. Right. So going back to our business. All right, we already have the MP4 video that we want to upload right away to our YouTube. Yeah, can you see? This is a
Dr. Fariza, you're breaking up.
it was day by day. Talk slowly. Hello.
Hi, Dr. Fariza.
Yeah. Okay. What about now?
A bit clear.
So I'm getting. Okay. So the first step for us to upload the video to our channel is just click on this icon. Yeah, this icon. Just click on that, and then you can click on upload video. Okay. So once you have this, all you need is just to select, which means that you have to locate the files that you want to upload into your YouTube channel. So click on this button, select file, and then you go to the videos, and then you just click on I'm not sure which one, maybe this one. Okay, this is just for a demo. All right. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So this is a few things that we need to so make sure you give the title of your video. Yeah, for example, in my previous demonstration, I did a screencast video for the domains of educational technology, right? So
We can't hear you.
but is that okay if but you can see the demonstration, right? You can
Yes, we can see.
you if you want. Uh, we do or occasional not example e-learning support. You may want to put something like that. Yeah, you may click the thumbnail. Can you hear me? It is important to explain here. Can you hear me?
Dr. Fariza, your voice is really breaking up. Is your screen moving or something?
The
I can't hear you.
no voice at all? I can hear you clearly.
Your voice is breaking up. We can't hear you clearly. Can you share your screen again?
Hello, Mo.
Hi. We can't
Yeah,
hear
Mo, I
you.
can hear you.
Yeah, you're breaking up.
Hello?
Hi, Dr. Fariza.
Yeah. I have now shifted to my hotspot.
Okay.
I hope that it will be clearer this time.
Yes.
Okay.
Can you share your screen again?
Okay. Bismillah. Okay, so can you hear me now?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, Alhamdulillah. So so now as I explained, maybe many of you can't hear me previously. So in this detail, just put the title of your slides. Yeah, in my case, for example, I talk about the domains of educational technology. So just put the domains of educational technology, and then you may want to put some descriptions, but it is just optional. And you may also put links for further references to your students. Yeah, and fairly important for us to have a thumbnail. Thumbnail. thumbnail is actually just like I mentioned earlier, is about a cover of your video. How you would like to present your video, you know, the cover of it. So what you can do is you just have to have a JPEG or PNG, one photo lah, image, satu gambar, to become a cover of your video. So in my case, I have already had a snapshot, or I have my first slide as in the image file. Ya, boleh dengar tak sekarang? Umur boleh dengar?
Boleh.
Yeah, okay. So now you just have to click upload thumbnail. And then you go to your image that you want to use as a cover. So in this case, I have already prepared one video cover. So as you can see, this is just the exact first slide from first slide of my slides lah. Okay, and then now, okay, this is also important for you to decide the audience. So in your case, you may want to check or choose this one. No, it's not made for kids, because if you check on this one, comments will not be able. It will be disabled. And then if you go further, I think it is better for us to choose this one. No, don't restrict my video to viewers over 18, because I think our content is not that harmful, right? And then you can have more options here. You can put some text if you want, for example, educational, technology, or anything that you think worth to put the text. And then you want to, specify whether your presentation is in what language, either in English or in Malay or in Arabic, and so on and so forth. It's all up to you. But and then after that, you may want to check this one, which means that anybody who have your video files in YouTube, they can embed it into their own pages. Yeah. But if you uncheck this one, that means your video is unembeddable, right? So, and then if you go to video elements, add cards, and I think I just skip on this one. And the last one is visibility. Okay, this is important as well. Boleh dengar ke? Omo, can you hear me? Omo, boleh dengar ke?
Boleh Dr. Fariza, boleh.
Okay, thank you. I'm just worried that my explanation cannot be heard. Okay, so ini penting ya. This is very, very important. Now we can decide whether we want to put our lecture or our slide presentation either in a public or unlisted. Okay, let me explain to you. Public means anybody from all over the world. If you choose public, that means your videos will be listed or will be appeared in the list of videos you have in your channel. All right. But if you think that I'm not going to share this with the rest of the world, the whole world, I just want to dedicate this particular explanation or particular lecture to my very own students. So in this case, you may want to choose unlisted instead. Okay. When you choose unlisted, it means that only a specific group of people whom you share the links of video will be able to view the videos, not anybody, right? So that means if you choose unlisted, the videos will be uploaded to your YouTube channel, but it is not listed, or it won't appear in a public access. That means if you want your videos to be accessible to your very own students only, you may want to choose unlisted. But if you choose private, that means nobody can see it on only yourself. You yourself can see the private videos. So if you want to choose private, yeah, I think it is not worth lah to put on YouTube, isn't it? Right? So just click on unlisted if you think that this content may not be, suitable to anybody. I just want to dedicate it to my students. Just click on unlisted. And then you can also schedule it, yeah. And then if you're happy with that, then you click, sorry. If you're happy with that, you just click on save button. Okay. So once you click on save button, that means your video is now available in your YouTube. You can click this link, and then you can now provide the links to your students. Yeah.
Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera.
So this is example of the video that I created using Screencastomatic, right? And if you go back to your channel, so okay, before that, as you can see here, this is the one that previously or recently uploaded, right? And it is unlisted. So as you can see there, anyone with the video link can see the video. And this video won't appear on your YouTube page, channel page. It also won't appear in your YouTube search result unless someone adds it to a public playlist. All right. So, but if you have a public, that means everyone can see the video. So you decide whether you want to publicize your video or you want to remain it as an unlisted. But as the owner of YouTube channel, you can actually see the video listed in your channel. But it is not appear in this page. If you want to go back, yeah, you can go back to your videos and then see whether you want to then change it from unlisted to private on, or the other way around, from unlisted to public, or the other way around from public to unlisted. Okay, do we have any question? Hello?
Not yet for now.
Okay.
Let me go through. I'll later read to you some of the question.
Okay.
Okay.
So if I may share, or perhaps how can we create a cover? I use Canva a lot, yeah, Canva a lot, and also for my presentation. Actually, to be honest, I haven't created PowerPoint slides for about 2 years already. I use Canva a lot, but it doesn't mean that PowerPoint is not good. It's just that I love using Canva because it gives you lots of options, and then they have, many elements that you can choose from. But if you haven't tried Canva, you may want to try Canva to create any cover. For example, if you go into your canva.com, you can create anything. For example, in this case, you may want to choose a card as to create a video cover. Yeah, just click on this one, and then you may, for example, just click on this one, and then and you can actually edit the sentence or the titles. For example, domains of educational technology. Sorry. Make it smaller. Okay, so you're done. Okay, once you have this, you can always download it. Download and then choose. Can have a JPEG. Remember, for YouTube channel or your YouTube cover, you only able to upload either in JPEG or PNG file. So I have chosen JPEG, and then click on download, and you have to wait a bit. And as you can see, the JPEG is ready. Very easy, right? So you don't have to think about how to design it, and then just use the one of the elements provided in Canva, and now you're done. Okay. And I think I don't have much time to explain on the video editor, because video editor might use more time, need more time to explore, Umo and Dr. Amira. I think that's all for today's sharing. If you have any questions on using the screencasting, you can ask me. But of course, if you want to try a video editor, as myself, I use Filmora. And of course, I buy the plan, I subscribe to it, and it's not that expensive actually, but in Filmora itself, you can actually do the screencasting as well. But I don't share Filmora today, because you need to pay for it. So that's why I choose screencasting, because it is just free. And then, but if you want to explore how to edit your videos, you might start off with Filmora, or perhaps you can also use the built-in movie editor in your Windows. We have as well, or maybe window editors online. You can try and give it a try. So I think that's all. Maybe inshallah in these few days, or perhaps next week if I have time, I'm also planning to create a tutorial on how to edit videos, or do some cutting or trimmings, and then how to put background music in the videos or something like that. And I'll put it in my YouTube channel. Okay, over to you, Umu or Dr. Amira.
Hi, Dr. Fariza. So, if they are interested to know more or to contact you, can they do that? And how they can contact you?
Okay, let me go to my website. So this is my my email. Can you see the my website now?
Yes, sure.
Okay. So this is my email, fariza.khalid@edu.my. Okay, so you can always email me should you have any questions regarding the usage of screencasting, or maybe some other things. Yeah, because recently in my YouTube channel, I have put as well how to create augmented reality using Blipa, how to use Trello for project management and supervision, how to use Biteable, track changes, and all that. So you are welcome to my channel, and then if you want to subscribe, you can always subscribe to my channel, Fariza Khalid.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Fariza.
Okay, and thank you so much as well to everybody who joined us today. And I'm so sorry about the internet connection. It is beyond my control. And I do hope that this little sharing is beneficial to all of us. And then make sure that you achieve your objective that I stated earlier, that at the end of this session, everybody should by right be able to create your own screencast video and then try to upload it to your YouTube channel and see how it goes, right? And from there, you may want to explore more things on video editing and, put some music, and then, you want to become a YouTuber afterwards, after this. And then, yeah. So, saya minta maaf di atas segala kelemahan itu. Yang terbaik itu daripada Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala, yang lemah itu daripada kelemahan saya sendiri. And thank you so much, Edek, once again, for having me today. And then and I think it's just not too early for me to wish Ramadan Kareem, Ramadan Mubarak to everybody, to all Muslim friends here. And then may Allah bless all of us. Hello? So over to you, Umu.